Maybe next time. Right?
I just want to say I like your shoes. Where'd you get them?
eBay, actually.
eBay? Cool.
Yeah, they came in, and I got the socks on eBay too, but I sent them home by accident. So I had Dad bring them up today.
The socks didn't come with the shoes?
No, they do now.
Roderigo, speaking of your dad, Kirby said that maybe part of your improvement was that he come over here and helped you practice and was part of that. What was?
I mean, I love my dad. He's so great, and he's been there for me every single step of the way, and he's been my main coach since I first started playing football. But this off season was no different than any other. If I had a chance to go home over the summer, I would, and I'd work with him and work with the kickers at Sprayberry, coach them up a little bit. But I wouldn't say it was any different than the last couple summers.
Why are you kicking the ball, with more touchbacks this season, you think?
I touched on it a little bit in the first game. First thing is just we're feeling a lot stronger. Our strength staff is incredible, and they have us, balls to the walls each and every time that we get in there. And I think the other thing is I've changed my approach. I think I was coming in a little bit too wide last season, and I wasn't able to dedicate as much of my swing into my follow-through as I needed to. And now I'm approaching a little bit tighter to the ball, and it's really freed up my swing.
Did you have a percentage you were shooting for?
Just need to be better than last year, I know that.
You mentioned that you like to go back to Sprayberry to help out those kickers. Is coaching something that you've ever considered after your football career is over?
Yeah, I think that'd be something that I'd like to get into, for sure.
Are you? Is it a situation where you almost? I don't know if you're a superstitious guy or whatever, but I mean, it's really incredible the challenges that were before you and how they've all kind of you've met them all so far, and is it almost like you don't want to? Are you superstitious about things keeping going as well as they are?
Yeah, I am superstitious about some things, but I think that's really all specialists. We all have our little nitpicks that we have a routine of. I put my socks on, my shoes on the exact same way every time. I get dressed the exact same way before practice. I try and always get get some of the same things at dinner every day, just to have some consistency, because at the end of the day, that's what you're really looking for in your specialists. You want them to be as consistent as possible. So anything we can do to try and add a little bit of consistency to my life anyway, I'm going to do that.
This may be a stupid question. Can you work too much in one offseason, like on kickoffs? Did you want to make sure that you didn't work so much on that you slipped a little bit on place kicks?
I think that you definitely can overwork. I think especially with specialists, some people don't realize that you can get 30, 40, 50 reps in and really condensed amount of time. Whereas with another position group, you've got who knows how many 15 linebackers, and they're alternating taking reps. They've got there's time off in between each rep, but I could hit 6 or 7 field goals in a minute and a half, and then just as an example. But I think you can overwork, and it was really tough because I always want to get I want to get one more rep, but it really was a challenge to try and improve as best I could over the summer, while also not just totally wearing out my leg, especially on kickoffs, because that's the most exhaustive in terms of kicking, punting, and kickoffs. That's the one that requires the most intensity to do every time.
Seems like I heard rumbling or two about you maybe being a little dinged up last year, muscle pull or something like that. Did you have any of that going on, or were you 100% healthy?
Nothing that I couldn't push through each and every week. I had a little thing with my ankle, but got taped up before practice each day and before every game, so I was as good to go as I could be.
So when you're not able to get in the end zone for that touchback, how important are your coverage guys on those kickoffs, and how do you think those guys have improved from last year to this year?
Well, coverage team is everything. I would like to hit 100% touchbacks, but I know that that's a little ambitious at this point in time. maybe next season, maybe the season after that, I'll be able to get a little bit closer to it. But in reality, you want to have as good of a cover team as you can have, and whether that's for kickoff or for punt. We've got some bad dudes on that team. We've got Roquan Smith and Lorenzo Carter on starting punt and kickoff. So you got guys like that, and they're clocking in at 22 miles an hour on the GPS flying downfield. You're in good hands.
Do you know off the top of your head, of the 7 kickoffs you had, how many actually went out of the end zone? I can't remember.
Looking at film, I think 3 of them went all the way out.
What about what's it been like to work for Kevin Butler? Obviously, his resume, everybody knows it. What's it been like to work with him? What's he like from a personality standpoint?
He's the one that he's a level head. If one of us has a bad day, an off day where we're not hitting as well as we need to, we can always come back to Kevin, and he's going to get our minds back in it. He's been so clutch when he played, so it's always nice to be able to pick his brain and just get a feel for how he handled himself mentally. So that's really one of the things that I think is helping us more than anything is, the mental side of our game, because we get to go to him and just, get back to basics.
Are you always trying to get touchback at Notre Dame? Were you trying to do it every time?
Yes, I was, to not so much success.
Okay.
Even when you are trying to get a touchback, is it still directional? Like,
yes.
If you're short, you're still going to left or right?
Yes, the goal is to keep everything outside the hash that we set up on. So if we're lining up to the left middle to left hash, the goal is to keep everything outside the left hash. And I didn't do so great of a job at that at South Bend. I had a couple that fell inside the hash, and that's how they got that counter on us.
With your 4th straight night game, you got a lot of lighting up Sanford to be the 4th time in a row. How's that experience as a player?
It's unreal. Just getting out there and you have 93,000. Well, not exactly 93,000 cell phone lights, because some of them are a little bit older people that have flip phones like my dad, so they don't have the little light on there. But it's crazy to see something like that. It's really special.
Can you kind of discuss what Ken Maslick has meant to the special teams unit? I mean, I know that you guys aren't on the field at the same time, but you operate in the same unit and you practice on the same field. So can you just kind of dive into him and his value?
I mean, he's a firecracker, I guess, to say the least. He's a real high energy guy. He comes into practice with a smile on his face every single day. He's always got a lot of energy, trying to pump guys up. And then he gets out on the field and he hits 50-yard punts. So that really helps too. He's just a really great guy on the field and off of it.